Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. I would like to have a little chat with you guys. Although it just seems like I'm chatting by myself, chatting to myself, but this video is going to go out there to the world, to you. So that means we're sharing a little bit of quality time together. So in today's video, I wanted to briefly talk about my manifestations, someone that completely changed in my 3D within 1 week, actually within 72 hours to be exact. And also, I would like to talk about 3D, want to get into 3D with you. Apparently, if I'm not mistaken, and I know I'm not, you probably have been bothered by 3D, by the freaking 3D that is not in your favor, that is not your desired outcome as we speak. I got you. I'm here to talk about it, and also I would like to. That accent sounded really weird. I'm also here to talk about law of assumption, as per usual. So let's get into it. So this person, very important in my life, the past 36 years. And so he was saying, and I quote, "I don't want to have anything to do with the situation with you. I just don't want to have anything to do with you." And so I was like, okay, that's all good. That's fine. In my head, I was like, you're still in my physical reality. You're still one of my closest people. So I am going to absolutely change you in my 3D, starting with changing you in my inner world. So I didn't really put too much attention on what he said and what he was being in my world, in my physical reality at that time. So I just came back and I was like, okay, that's cool. I don't need you to be a certain way with me anyways. I'm good. I'm always good on my own, regardless how you perceive me, regardless how you you be nasty and you be so freaking heartless and you be so cold or whatever. I just don't care. I did not care. So I went on my way, and this was fast forward 2 weeks later. He was on a video chat with me, and he was fine. He was completely fine. He was listening to me and he was interacting with me, but he wasn't talking much at all. But he was in the video chat. He was having eye contact with me, with no signs of the previous nasty episode that he showed up as, right? So then I also heard something incredible information about what he said within 722, did I say 722? No, 72 hours. Within 3 days of that, after that episode, he actually communicated with someone. That later on, someone communicated what he said with me was he really wanted to help you out. He really wanted to be there for you had he had the resources. So there you go. Ta-da! That is actually what he was thinking about the whole time. He was not being the nasty version he truly wanted to be. However, when things hit up, people say some really crazy, just hurtful things. However, I intended he would be a completely changed version in my physical reality. Therefore, he changed. And also, I got the background information from someone else that he indeed wanted to help out. So that's that. And also, I wanted to truly bring this home for you is you just do not buy into that what that scenario. You do not buy into, because that does not reflect how I believe myself as somebody who is easily disrespected by others. No, because that's not my story and that is not my scenario. I just don't believe in that at all. So stop identifying that old version, that dinosaur old version of you, that you were being for so many decades or for so many months. Just come back to your center. Know that you are pure consciousness. You are pure consciousness. You get to say, you get to behave like God. You get to give some orders to your specific person, right? That this is not my reality. That's just not my reality. The old versions of me manifested that, the old thought patterns, the old belief system, the old feeling states manifested that shit was so unfavorable. It was nasty. And you gotta acknowledge that for yourself. But stop, absolutely stop entertaining that reality, because that's just not your reality. The third party situation as well. Stop identifying as this version of you that is not being put as top priority by your specific person. Always intend come back to you. You get to have the say so. The third party is, if the third party is in your reality, your specific person is behaving crazy in your reality. You gotta clean house. You gotta clean house by cleaning up your limiting beliefs about yourself. You are a freaking goddess. You are God. So give some freaking orders, right? It's your power. It's your responsibility to always come back to this clean slate, knowing that your realities are your creations. You tapped in that freaking nasty reality that your specific person filled up the role you signed them to fill up. So take your power back. Start refresh state. Start from the beginning. Start all over. Give some fresh orders that you always get to have the say so. This is the core of law of assumption. You get to call the shots. You get to assume absolutely things you desired, your desired version of your specific person. Tap into the parallel reality of the version of them that treats you the best, treats you as the queen you are, as the king you are. You get to do that. And I'm not talking like this is not absolutely the truth, because it is absolutely the truth, the highest truth with a capital T. Whatever you assume, it hardens into fact. In between, don't worry about in between. Keep assuming. My coaching email is dare to assume 999. Dare to assume 999 at gmail.com. Why did I even name that? Because dare to assume is the key. The key is dare to assume and keeping on persisting in your assumption. 3D does not mean diddly squats. 3D does not mean shit. 3D does not mean the current 3D does not mean you cannot get what you want. It does not matter. Does not matter how crazy 3D gets, how nasty your specific person gets, how just they just do not want to have anything to do with you. Like this certain person was telling me, does not matter. Does not matter. You keeping coming back to you. This is your 3D. This is your inner world. Behaving like you absolutely have the power, and you do. So stop being in this illusion that you always are out of control, because you are always in control in your inner world. Now, I'm not talking about going out there and tell your specific person they need to treat you the way you want to be treated, X, Y, Z. Don't do that. You don't need to. You don't need to lift a finger. You don't need to call the third person to ask them to leave your specific person. You don't need to tell your specific person. You don't need to make phone calls. You don't need to reach out. You don't need to do anything. But keeping on assuming that you are absolutely the version you want to be, that the person who already has your specific person's full attention, genuine attention, affection, adoration, absolutely they're being the top priority of his, of hers, and treated as the queen that you are, as the king that you are. And no, if you waver, that's fine. Come right back. Nobody can live on this assumption. 724, don't even force yourself. Don't even try. Just gently, it's always a gentle push. Always gently nudge yourself back into your assumed state, your desired, your wish-fulfilled state, so that stay there and easily you feel free to do whatever you want to do without putting much attention, effort, and thoughts, right, on your specific person, because your life is here, your life is going on, everything else in your life is also going on, and 3D is always going on. In relation to you and your specific person, everything is constantly moving. There is nothing as the third dimension is not, the 3D is not moving. The 3D, you're stuck. The 3D is, there is no movement. There is nothing like this. If anyone tells you there's no movement, is true, it's just an illusion. Don't buy into that. Don't believe that. There's always motions, countless motions as you go through different states, moment by moment. You are always in all ways in control of how 3D shows up. So that means you do not need to freak out. If you do, that's fine too. That's absolutely fine. Allow yourself to freak out. Allow yourself to have all these negative emotions. Keeping coming back to your assumption, keeping coming back to the wish-fulfilled state, and keeping coming back to being the version of you who already has your specific person's all these things you would like to experience with your specific person, instead of keeping on experiencing what you have been. The way the nasty version it showed up, it continuously showing up as. Don't put much attention on that. Switch yourself into this Rena 5.0 version, Rena 9.0 version, which number you resonate with, right? Don't worry about forgive yourself moment to moment. It's fine. You get to have a clean slate moment to moment. Why? You're God. Why? Because you are pure consciousness. You get to play in this video game called life. You get to give others. You get to buy equipment. I don't play video games at all, but you get to buy all these gears. You get to put a crown on your head. You get to put all these garments that is showing you are absolutely queen. So you carry queen energy, you carry king energy, and you give some freaking orders to your 3P, to your to your third party, but don't even worry about your specific person. Don't even worry about the third party, fourth party, whatever party is. The third party is just a version of you that you put your mind to, you put your attention to, you put your freaking awareness to. That's why they freaking quote unquote exists, right? So cease to give attention, cease to bring awareness to your ninth P, and just get on with your specific person treats you the best, loves you, only loves you, not loves you the most, only loves you, breathes for you, lives for you. Now this is totally an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. Is because you get to have the say so. That means why not? They literally worships the ground you walk on. You gotta have this level of conviction. You gotta have this level of conviction. Does not matter what adversity, what circumstances, what current freaking 3D is putting on a shit show for you. Doesn't matter. You always get to come back to your center. Start fresh. Get on, assuming that you are already the person who has your specific person showing up for you as the most desired version of them. Now you need to keep on sitting on the throne. You need to keep on giving orders like you freaking mean it. This time is going to be all in your favors. This time is going to be all in your full powers, in your freaking full conviction. I love you. I see you and I hear you. I understand your struggle. Do not give up on being the queen, being the king that you are. You're freaking royal. Stop acting like you're not. As always, be blessed. Take away the clarity, the conviction you need from this video. This transmission is going to bring you peace of mind and conviction. As always, I'll be back.